Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. We've gotten our leaks for the 1.3 Wuthering waves. We have, of course, our beautiful Shorekeeper here in her gotcha, pull, summon animation, whatever you want to call it when you pull her in the banner. This is what you're going to see. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the actual sound for it. There's just a copyrighted song in the background of this video, so not going to be playing that. But in the actual background of my video, you should be hearing an encore OST from a new story events that they're going to have in the game that they made an encore OST for, so that should be playing in the background of this video. That's the song you'll be hearing. But we've got all the stuff. We've got the Yuhu, however you want to pronounce her name, the new 4-star. We've got her animations. We've got the Shorekeeper animations. We have the banners, which if you didn't know, if you've been out of the loop, not paying attention, we are getting a new 5-star in the Shorekeeper, a new 4-star, which is the Yuahu, Yawawiwu. And then it seems we'll be getting GN as our rerun character. He's the other 5-star. We're not getting, 2. We're getting Mr. GN alongside Shorekeeper here. So if you missed him, should be coming back. Now this is flared as questionable. It was between basically GN and Yinlin for like who's gonna come back. But GN was the first. It makes sense he's coming back. I will expect him, even though this is questionable, that GN will be back. But let's get into the exciting stuff. And that is what the Shorekeeper does, what she looks like, what her animations look like, because they are beautiful. Like, look at this. This is stunning. I love the purple and the blue combo going around. We get like a little black hole in there. It just looks sick. She can transform into a butterfly. It just looks amazing. So that's just that clip right there. We have another clip here showing off like her walking animations and some more attack animations, including the Resonance Liberation. That's what she looks like when she's sprinting around. This is when she's just walking, strutting her stuff. And then we're gonna get some attacks here. I like how she like flies around. I really love the fluidity of movement in this game. That's one thing I really appreciate about Wuthering Waves. Can transform into a butterfly here, which I've seen people utilizing as a great way to go over water instead of like running through it or swimming. Modulation. That's the Resonance Liberation. Love that. If you're looking for what her resonance skill is here, let's jump back a couple seconds. All right, right here. That's her Resonance Liberation. That little flare out of like butterflies and blue and purple. That right there. You can tell because the Resonance Liberation goes into its cooldown right there. So that's that, but let's talk about what does Shorekeeper do? What's the kit looking like? How does it tie in their animations? What are we getting? So, basic attack. She has 4 swift strikes in succession. She deals spectro damage. She's a spectro character. And successfully landing a hit generates 1 collapsed core. So what is a collapsed core? Well, we're going to see here in this video against the turtle. This poor turtle getting abused. We're landing the attacks, and you can see that orb right there. If I jump back a second, there's another one right there. When she's landing her attacks. And we got another one over there. Those are the collapsed cores. Those are what appear when she uses her basic attack. And with that, what do collapsed cores do? Now that we know how you can get them and what they look like, when we jump down to her Forte circuit here, you can see Flare Star Butterfly. Generate a floating collapsed core when a normal attack hits a target, which emerges as Flare Star Butterfly after 6 seconds. Flare Star Butterflies automatically track and attack the target, dealing spectro damage. If there are already 5 collapsed cores, the next time the Shorekeeper's normal attack hits a target, 1 collapsed core will instantly transform into a Flare Star Butterfly and then track and attack the target. Instead of having to wait the 6 seconds that they normally would, it'll just boom, instant collapsed core into attack. And you can see here now we have 5 collapsed cores. We're gonna launch attacks. You see the butterflies start shooting out there, start flying into the turtle. That's what it looks like. The collapsed core is transforming into those butterflies one more time. Boom, boom, boom. Flying out, zooming around, being all cool and cinematic. Beautiful stuff. That's what it looks like. So that's the basic attack. The heavy attack. Press and hold normal attack button, consuming stamina to enter release form. In this state, the Shorekeeper can gather 1 segment of speculative data per second, automatically gather plant collectibles within a specified radius. So that's kind of cool. They just kind of get absorbed if you're rolling around in this form, and then releasing the button or exhausting the stamina ends the release form, unleashing spectro damage upon the target. Each collected speculative data segment is then converted into an actual data segment along with 1 collapsed core. All right, so we got a little confusing in there in the data segments. Well, let's talk about what this heavy attack form looks like and what it even looks like when you're getting these data segments. And so this is what her heavy attack looks like. Boom, we're butterfly. And you can see now at the bottom, her Forte gauge, it's going up. she's gaining data segments while she's transformed. So you get to enter this cool butterfly form. You can fly around. They're just flying in a circle here, but you can control where you fly around. Again, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, I've seen people using it as a way to get over like bodies of water. Short bodies of water, obviously, because if it's too long and you come out of butterfly form and you've got no stamina, life's not gonna be great. But you can use it to just kind of quickly get across water faster, assuming you have enough stamina to get across the whole body of water. So that's nice. And then you can see though her forte gauge as she flies around, it just fills up with 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is her gaining the data. Now, what do you do when you have all this data? Well, when we go down to our forte circuit here and the deduction aspect, when 5 segments of actual data have been accumulated, casting a heavy attack will consume all actual data segments to draw in nearby targets, dealing spectro damage. Meanwhile, all generated collapsed cores will instantly transform into flare star butterflies. So if you have some collapsed cores floating around, it will instantaneously turn them into the butterflies and they will fly in.
Astral mod.
And now we can see her use all of her data, and it does that cool little animation where it creates like a little black hole. It's sucking everything in. Boom, big butterfly. That's what it looks like when you consume your actual data and use deduction. And then the difference here in the forte circuit is transmutation. When you have 5 sets of actual data and you cast a mid-air attack instead of a heavy attack, it'll consume all the data segments, deal spectro damage, and then all collapsed cores will instantly transform into flare star butterflies. That's the same. However, you're not going to be sucking everyone in, and after you do your in midair, you can tap the normal attack button within a certain time range to perform basic attack stage 2. Which, if you're wondering what that looks like, let me show you here real quick. They're charging up, getting their data sets. They come out, they jump up, midair attack, boom! It's kind of like a dive bomb attack. One more time. We're going to do a little jump in the air, dive bomb, nice. And you can see all the butterflies flew in there from the collapsed cores turning into the butterflies. And that basically explains her entire forte circuit right there. We have the actual data here. It's just saying you can accumulate 5 segments of actual data, and you can obtain 1 segment of actual data when her normal attack origin calculus hits a target, or when you fly around in the butterfly state, as I've shown you all. Now for the Residence Liberation here, we have the Elementary Stellar Realm. Activate the Elementary Stellar Realm to continuously heal all team members within its range, restoring HP over time. Healing effect triggers every 3 seconds. This is why she's like a replacement to Verena, or I guess since you need, in like the tower, you need 2 teams. You can run Verena on 1 team, and then of course Shorekeeper on the other team, kind of replacing Baizhi. Or you can have Baizhi on your 3rd team in the tower. It's basically giving you a new choice here, and so she's a healer there. The Sophisticated Stellar Realm, which comes after the Elementary, when nearby team members utilize their intro skill within the Elementary Stellar Realm. So after you cast Residence Liberation, then swap into a team member, or you're doing co-op or something, then it evolves into the Sophisticated Stellar Realm when they use their intro skill. In this enhanced state, for every 20% increase in the Shorekeeper's energy regen, all team members within the area gain a 1% boost in crit rate with a maximum of 10%. So you can get an extra 10% crit rate. This advanced form retains all the benefits of the Elementary Stellar Realm while also offering this 10% increased crit rate. And then we have the Released Stellar Realm. When the intro skill is used by nearby team members within the Sophisticated Stellar Realm, it evolves into the Released Stellar Realm. In this final form, every 10% increase in the Shorekeeper's energy regen, all nearby team members receive a 1% crit rate boost up to 20%. Released Stellar Realm encompasses all the effects of Sophisticated Stellar Realm. Additionally, when Released Stellar Realm is active, the Shorekeeper's intro skill Enlightenment is replaced by intro skill Discernment. So as you can see here in Sophisticated, the 20% increase in Shorekeeper's energy regen gives you a 1% crit boost up to 10%. And then when we get into that Released Stellar Realm form, we get 10% increase, gives you a 1%. So it's cut in half how much you need for that 1%. And then you can get a maximum of 20. So the cap is double. So it's just a lot better than the Sophisticated Stellar Realm. Now, as you can see, it's really just, you're going to do your Residence Liberation, get your Elementary Stellar Realm, then you're going to intro skill into your next character, which will probably be like your sub DPS. So we're looking at Zheji or Yinlin most likely, going out there, doing damage, and then you're going to intro skill again into what'll be your main DPS, which will be, whoever you're rocking in main DPS at this point, and you'll be able to use them in this release stellar round form, where you're getting that most crit rate boost, which you want on your main DPS, because they're going to be doing the big bang damage. Now again, to show off what it looks like, so you have an idea of what your Resonance Liberation looks like, boom, we do this, and then you can see like a little ring up here. It's really quick in this video, unfortunately, because it kind of just cuts out and goes back to the beginning of the video. But we get this Stellar Round Realm, Stellar Realm, and not Stellaron. I'm not playing Star Rail here. Stellar Realm, and you can go from there to increasing it with your intro skills. Then a Resonance skill, which I've shown, but I'll show again here. Restore HP for all team members and summon 5 Dim Star Butterflies. Dim Star Butterflies automatically track and attack a target, dealing spectro damage. You can also perform this in midair. But if we jump back here to right about here, that's the Resonance skill right there. You see, boom, we get the Dim Star Butterflies flying out there. One more time, the field, the butterflies, and then if there was an enemy here, they would attack the enemy. So that's kind of it in terms of like what her animations look like tied to her skills. We do actually here have her intro skill show real quick. This will be the intro skill for the Shorekeeper.
From the heart.
Boom, pretty cool. We like that butterfly action. She looks very, very cool when she does this. So that's what it looks like when you're getting her intro skill. And the intro skill here, we have the Enlightenment. When activated, Shorekeeper restores HP of all nearby team members and summons 5 Dim Star Butterflies. The Dim Star Butterflies do what they do and attack. This damage, or this ability, is categorized as Resonance skill damage. And then we have Discernment, which is the upgraded version. While released Stellar Realm is active, Shorekeeper's intro skill Enlightenment transforms into intro skill Discernment. Casting Discernment will end the current Stellar Realm, but it will restore HP to all nearby team members and deal spectro damage to targets. This ability is categorized as critical Resonance Liberation damage. So we have Resonance skill and Resonance Liberation damage. So just a little bit of a difference there. Of course, that Discernment is again from her Resonance Liberation of use Shorekeeper. Then you intro skill into your next character, probably your sub DPS, which gives you the Sophisticated. Then you use the intro skill into your main DPS most likely, which gives you the Release Stellar Realm. And then you intro skill into the Shorekeeper once again, which gives you the upgraded intro skill of Discernment. Quickly, her 2 inherent skills here. There's no like animations for these as far as I know. We have the Cycle of Life right here. This one's actually pretty cool. When a team member is on the brink of fatal injury, they will not be knocked out. Instead, they will receive 50% of the Shorekeeper's current HP, while the Shorekeeper's HP will be reduced by the same amount. This protective effect can be activated once every 10 minutes. So effectively, it's a get out of jail free card. You don't have to die. You can keep going. It will, of course, deplete Shorekeeper's health, but it's better than losing a whole unit. And so then you can just heal everyone back with Shorekeeper. So what I'm seeing here by reading through all of these things on her kit is you're going to want to build on her energy regen and HP. Those are like 2 main things that clearly stand out, because when we get into her Stellar Realms, you're going to want that energy regen so you can get the extra crit rate boost for your sub DPS and your main DPS, or your double main DPS, whatever team you're running. You're going to want the crit boost regardless for whoever you're getting, so you're going to want that energy regen on her. You're also going to want her to be able to use her Resonance Liberation to make the most of these effects, so you want that energy regen. And then also for the HP, like when we look at the multipliers here, the healing is scaling off of her HP. Her Resonance skill, the healing is scaling off of her HP, unlike Verena, who's based off attack. So you get the HP there. And then also, when you receive 50% of the Shorekeeper's HP, you're going to want more HP on it. You're going to want them to get more HP. So if she has a booty ton of HP, 50% is a lot more. So you're going to want HP and energy regen on her. Her other inherent skill, when the Shorekeeper is part of the team, Stellar Realm is active, or if the team is within the Black Shores area, the Shorekeeper's energy regen increases by 10%. And additionally, if Rover is on the team, Rover's energy regen will increase by 10% as well. So they're trying to incentivize you to run Rover with the Shorekeeper. Obviously, that's up to you if you want to do that to get that extra 10% energy regen on her, or him, whichever Rover you have. And then finally, we'll end it out with her swap, the outro skill. So the Shorekeeper summons 1 Flare Star Butterfly and 1 Dim Star Butterfly. The butterflies circle nearby team members, which present for 30 seconds. When the Flare Star Butterfly is present, tapping on the dodge button when a nearby team member is being hit or juggled will allow them to successfully dodge and safely land on the ground. This effect can be triggered up to 5 times, and when the Dim Star Butterfly is present, all team members' damage is amplified by 15%. So you're going to be getting extra damage amplification when you swap her out into the next character, which in this case 15% extra. Super nice. We like more damage on all of our characters. And that will do it for our Shorekeeper kits / animation breakdown to kind of get you ready for what you're going to be seeing, what she's going to be doing, what you should be working on, how you should be getting her good, ready, all that beautiful stuff. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, of course. I will happy to answer them if I can. And if I missed anything that you noticed that I don't think I did, but if I did, again, feel free to let me know. I will happily make note of that and adjust, you know, going forward. But let me know, were you going to be summoned for the Shorekeeper? Yes, no? She's kind of big time since she's the first, like, healer that we're getting, first 5-star healer since, well, it's the first healer in general since we're getting, since Farina and Baiji came out in the base game. She's the first new one. Are you getting her? I'm definitely planning on getting the Shorekeeper. And, let me know in the comments. Hope you all enjoyed the video, though. Leave a like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Hope you all are staying happy and healthy, having the best of days, and I'll catch you all in the next video.